we're both in it, right? I could sit like this.
Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so
yeah.
Um,
How long have we been dating? For like a month now?
it feels like years.
Yeah. We met on eHarmony. And it's weird, being married, I feel like I missed out on all the eHarmony and all those dating sites.
Really?
Well, it's not like I miss them desperately, but, there's certain things where I'm like, I never did that. I've been married for so long, 100 years. 100 years now.
The whole time in New York?
The whole time in New York?
You were mentioning, you just did an hour set here at Comix, a secret set.
Very secret.
But oftentimes when you're in New York, you're not doing an hour. You're doing more like 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. What? And it's always trying to work on new stuff, right?
Yeah. Unless I haven't done stand-up for like a week, then it's kind of like, how do I do this again? But it's mostly trying out stuff, whether it's just a line or just a whole concept or something.
So I was reading in, I think, the interview with a special thing, where you're talking about how you're currently on this theater tour, and you'll do theaters on the weekends, and then during the week you're always trying out new stuff.
Yeah.
How is that mindset as a performer? Is that good for you to go back and forth?
Yeah, I totally like that. I think I even talked about it. It's like the whole notion of the tour for a comedian always feels kind of silly. Like people are like, hey, you on tour? Like I'm just living on a bus. I know that, people like Chappelle and like Louis Black and Attell did that. They were on buses continuously for a month. But, this Comedy Central tour, I'm usually gone Friday, Saturday, sometimes Thursday through Sunday. So it's there, and some of it's constructed because I have a family and everything that I want to be with. So, but like the whole tour thing, I always feel like it's like I'm actually on the road less than I would if I were doing comedy club. But to get to your point, yeah, I do, it's like the hour or the hour and 10 that I do in a theater, it's all kind of like home runs or hopefully home runs. And then there'll be like holes or pieces that need to be fixed. And then when I come back to New York, I'll usually take Sunday off, but then, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hopefully, try and write and try and, and also, there's different proving grounds for material, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I think makes New York so great, is that there is like, at some clubs it might be like so international, so you'll know if it's international, and then like an underground room or alternative or what are they called now, it's like, that's like a great truth serum kind of like, so that, you'll be like, oh shit, I can't believe I am doing these jokes, you're right. Like, it's like, the underground or alternative scene will be kind of like, all right, don't get too white right out of this. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then again, on the other side, it'll be like,
There's also a segment that I've learned since I've moved to New York. There's a segment of the community that we can see you dozens of times if we want.
Yeah.
Around here. So it's, whereas if you're on the road, you might get to, someone who's a fan of you might get to see you once a year. Yeah. Maybe twice a year.
Yeah, but there is something to be said for that. But I do think that, like, the town hall show it's a completely different thing. It's like if I'm doing 10 minutes at like Sweet or at like, one of Eugene's shows, that's, my point is not to kill for the entire 10 minutes, it's to try and sample things. And so,
so you don't even worry about that dynamic.
Some of it, in alternative rooms, they it should be, it's usually a place where they're like, all right, try something. We better get a sense that you're trying something, I feel like. And so, there's a different vibe, like the hour show, or the, working on this hour special, I guess there was there's just definitely a sense that it's completely different. Like there's like stuff that I've done at like a Greg Johnson show and Larry Murphy, great shows, but that I worked on it for like a month, and it was in the hour, but it was just kind of always a B-, so I just yanked it and kind of like didn't throw it away, but like maybe I'll fix it. It's like I had stuff on the hand chair, and it's like
I heard that like moonwork.
Yeah, and so there's stuff that I do that doesn't even necessarily make it into it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. I mean, some of it, I guess there is part of me that wants people to go to the town hall show. You're like, hey, so people don't even have to go to your town hall show. They can see it for free. But they can't.
No, but they can't. They can see 5 minutes of it.
They can see 5 minutes of it, probably. But I don't even know what I'm doing week to week because I'm so.
And they'll have to deal with the smell of the dive bar.
Yeah, but there is. I mean, those alternative rooms are great. There's definitely such a great vibe.
But getting back to the tour though, with Town Hall and also Boston, and maybe didn't you have shows also in
Austin?
In Austin and San Francisco? Was it?
Yeah, well, San Francisco and LA. There's 2 shows. Yeah.
But what's it like for you as a performer to be adding so many shows on a theater tour?
This is all kind of, relatively weird anyway. You know what I mean? It's like I was somebody who, did stand up out of a habit and almost a necessity, kind of like, it was like a heroin addiction. You know what I mean? It's like most comics, like you. You know what I mean? It's like you can't control your involvement in this. And so, like, getting the opportunity to do stand-up in a theater is great. And, particularly, it's like the town hall is like the week before I do my special. So it's like, I don't know, hopefully, it's great. But I'd rather do like 6, I'd rather do a bunch of town halls than like one gigantic,
Radio City or...
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I do feel like, I've done some, like, arena shows, kind of like college shows, and I'm sure they've been fun, but I just always kind of, like, keep the perspective of when I was watching stand-up, and when I had seen even shows, like, in Radio City, it's like I brought my kids to see the Rockettes thing, and it's like, you can't, I'm blind, but you can't see anything. It's more of like the spectacle, you know what I mean? It's like
anytime you're in a venue so big where they have the Jumbotron.
Yeah,
that's a weird thing.
It's weird, and also particularly if you're as kind of like hopefully my act is nuanced and subtle, and it's like I whisper rather than yell, like where some people hop around, and it is some of the physicality of them going broad, whereas I feel like I'm kind of less.
Town Hall is also Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
Which is good for you for family reasons.
That's true.
But also good, I think it's probably good strategically because once the family's together on Thursday, then as soon as they're done with the turkey, they need to get out.
Yeah, I mean, well, some of it is, my thing is like, I used to have jokes about how, like, you go home for the holidays, and then, almost immediately you're like, all right, I could change my flight, and how much would it cost? Like $1,000? I guess I will do it, So, but, I mean, that wasn't, like, done intentionally. It was mostly done because I knew I was doing this special in Austin, and I didn't want to travel so much the week before, and because some of it is, if you're out of town like every weekend, like I think September I was out of town like 4 weekends, and it's just like, the wear and tear. I'm an old man, it's like getting on airplanes and all that stuff. It really is hard.
Even after doing it for so many years, you don't have it down to a science of like.
Well, no, not really.
You haven't become numb to it.
No, not at all. I really, if I'm ever arrested, it'll be because I just spazzed on some lady who was in front of me. It's like, no, you don't have to take off every piece of jewelry. Just bolt on through, lady. You know what I mean? That's a little insight. I open up a little bit.
That's what we're looking
This is
for.
like our own TV show.
It is.
We're like
It's very low budget.
Garth here, right?
And it could be oddly framed, and we're just finding that out now.
Yeah.